Sutherland National Championships.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to be creepily up in the camera like that, but I had to reach. I didn't have my sampler set up in the right place, so I had to kind of reach and get flirtatious with the camera. You're listening to Grand National Championships on the internet. My name is Alistair. With me this evening, Corin LaPointe Atchison.
Hi.
Jotham Fady.
Hello.
And Jared James McLeod. All right. I hope everyone's doing very well. This is an unprecedentedly short amount of time between the last time I recorded and tonight because, schedules don't necessarily revolve around this podcast. Life goes on, and so do we. Just how we do it is no mystery. Sometimes the answers can be hard to find. That's something I will never be. I'm always here for anything you need.
Is this a James Taylor song?
Everywhere you look. What am I singing? It's not Family
I don't
Matters.
know. No.
Step by Step?
Maybe that's
no. Jared, we can't hear you.
Oh, man.
Fudge.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
so sick about not hearing Jared's
All right, from the top.
sultry tenor. Is it a sultry tenor? Maybe it's a sultry baritone.
Well, I now
Ooh.
know that Jared's middle name is James. What are your middle names?
How about now?
Yeah, we got you now.
We've actually mentioned some of Corin's middle names on the show before.
I get a new one every so often.
So here's the thing. My middle name is actually legally Jared.
Oh, really?
My first name is legally James. So I found
You've
this
been
out.
hiding this from us this whole time?
I've always gone by Jared. I've never gone by James. It's always been James Jared. At some point, I had it changed on my social security card to say Jared James because I was filling out job applications, like for tax purposes. I only found out that I was like, oh yeah, I changed my name. It's no big deal. Until I went to go get my passport, and they were like, who is Jared James McLeod? We don't know. There's no Jared James McLeod associated with this social security number.
And then you were like, this is it. This is my ticket. Black Ops. I don't exist.
So I had to prove that I have gone by Jared for the past, I had to provide affidavits to people that know me, proving that they've known me by both names for a long period of time. So
no one ever came to. I've known you for a very long time among your associates and non-family members.
Mm.
I was never contacted by the
Frankly, he's offended.
by the Secret Service for your clearance.
It was. Sorry.
The hell?
I had short
That's
notice.
acceptable.
It was short notice. I got my 3 people, and
Who are these 3 people? Are they?
Me, Jotham, and some guy he met that day.
Yes.
okay. So
My
it
3
was,
best friends.
Wade Warren, John Niles, and I found out I had to have a 3rd. So Wade called his mother to come meet us at the what's it called? That makes things official.
Church
What's
house.
it called? No, God damn it! When you have some
Notary
notarized, the
public.
notary, the notary. So she drove down to the notary to like put her identification on the line to say that she knew me. So is Mrs. Warren.
Way to go, Mrs. Warren.
Sharon
Wow,
Warren.
shout out.
And
Sharon?
Huh? Carolyn.
Her
Sorry,
name is
Carolyn Warren.
Carolyn.
She's
Carolyn
an
Warren.
avid listener of the show, also. So
Oh.
Well, she's earned it by putting her reputation on the line in order
for the sake
clear
of my international travels.
one of your aliases. Sure, I know Jared and his St. Petersburg family, but who knows James Jared McLeod and the clan that he's been raising in Savannah, Georgia, perhaps? Somewhere up the East Coast. So if you have anything you'd like to impart to us during the program, if you have a middle name that you go by that maybe you haven't told some of your closest friends about, you can give a call. 727-379-4335. That spells paper wheel on your alphanumeric keypad. You can send us an email, us at thegncshow.com. Follow us on social media at The GNC Show at most standard platforms. And if you visit thegncshow.com, there are many pieces of show-related information to be found. Corin, as it was primarily your suggestion that we move up recording this week, I would like to ask you what you've been up to in these 3 days or so since we last
Better
recorded.
be good.
Yeah,
It's my punishment, so I have to go
exciting
first.
stuff. Yeah, your penance.
Yeah, so I'm headed to Portland to kind of get some things squared away for my move, and I will be staying with friends while I'm down there, and I didn't want to impose upon them to be recording a podcast in their house.
It would be weird.
It would be super weird unless we had them on as a guest and we both shared my microphone. That would be kind of cute.
Would you do it like Beach Boys style, where like one is like back to back?
You could use a headphone splitter.
Yeah, you could get technological with it.
That's much less cute. So I'll be doing that, but in the past few days, right, we've had very little time to come up with
To live.
things to talk about. Yeah. The things I've been up to, I work out at home. Listen, we've got to talk about this. It's not about the workout.
Okay.
But while I work out, I like to watch a stupid movie. If I'm lifting weights, I don't want to watch something that I have to like pay attention to. I just want to put something on. I can, do a
Mindless.
squat.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
this with Hostel maybe about a month ago.
Wow.
The Eli
That's
Roth horror
intense.
film, the torture porn film, as some people might refer to it.
Yeah.
I heard Corin loves it.
Now, when
So-
you're watching a frightening movie, if it's a scary movie or like an intense thriller, I know you say you don't really get caught up in the plot when you've got the stupid movie on, but do you think something that maybe triggers like a fight or flight response in you might be better for the workout?
Get my
It's like a
adrenaline moving?
pre-workout, like in the movie,
Trick your brain to thinking you're in danger.
like Run Lola Run.
I mean,
You're like pumping iron.
I love
3 different
I
chapters.
love yelling at the TV. Does anyone else yell at the TV?
Yeah, man, you got to tell the people not to go
I
into
love
that
yelling
room.
at the TV. Right. That's a classic. Don't go in that room.
Yeah, I believe "Bitch Don't Go In There" is one of my favorite.
You're gonna
shows
die,
to talk-
bitch.
And then telling you, I told you so.
I told you
Or,
so,
What,
you
what did
idiot.
I tell you? Yeah.
It's mostly me yelling at like the torture-y parts. Ooh! Oh!
Oh, that's
Stuff like
that's not
that.
what I thought you meant. I thought you meant you were trying to
No,
convey
no.
information to the
No.
characters.
No. I don't talk to the characters.
the door.
You're getting tortured. I will not tell the
Don't do
people.
that.
I won't tell the people in the movie that they're getting tortured because that's just adding insult to injury.
You're getting tortured. Oh my God, you're getting tortured.
You're so dumb.
That looks uncomfortable.
How'd you get into this situation? This predicament.
That's not going to help the characters at that point.
No.
I stay out of it.
Victim
No.
blaming.
So, Corin, what was this horrid movie that you watched the last workout?
So the last two that have made my queue, first was 6 Underground.
Oh, after the Sneaker Pimp song.
Yes.
Does everyone remember that song from the 90s?
I do.
Take me down.
I like that song. It's
Six
good.
Underground. Yeah, it was a
I
good
like
song.
that whole album.
It was trip hop. It was an early thing that we could all say, that's what trip hop is.
Yeah.
Will you guys play Sex and Candy at my funeral?
Yeah, by Marcy Playground. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
sure.
We've already got it queued up.
I'm a fan of that one.
We already put a deposit down at a place. Is that cool?
Can you get the guy, the Sex and Candy guy? Can you get
Probably.
Marcy?
Marcy
Go get
Playground
Marcy.
himself.
Damn it, Marcy. Treat your stepmother with respect.
That'd be sweet.
I believe that was Pantera.
Mr. Playground.
Mr. Playground, if you're nasty.
Stupid. I also like that Jotham's planning to die first.
Well,
Yeah,
technically,
I got this, guys.
we're planning for Jotham.
I should have died years ago.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm with you.
So what is the real Six Underground about?
The real 6 Underground, if we're going to get real about it, is a Ryan Reynolds vehicle about a bunch of stuff. He's a billionaire that fakes his own death in order to recruit a crack team of international people with various skills.
Like for a heist?
No, in order to take down a fascist regime.
Oh, that's a
in
heist of
a
sorts.
fictional Middle Eastern country.
What's it called?
So he's like mercenary Batman.
Yes, Turkestan.
Oh, going.
But you're sure it's
Oh,
are you sure it's made up?
just gonna.
There's a lot of stands.
Maybe
over there.
did they mix up like Turkmenistan and Kyrgyzstan and they made like a hybrid?
It's a
like
lot.
Turkmenistan. That's
There's like 7.
Curtis.
Don't quote me on that.
Whew. It's fictional.
Thank God.
All right.
The last thing we need is you fictionalizing a whole country and getting them on our ass.
This is a Michael Bay joint, wasn't it? Like this
It was. I didn't know that
Really?
until afterward.
Directed
Yeah.
by Michael Bay.
Yes.
The Michael Bay.
The
Mr. Michael
the one and
Playground.
only.
What year was this film made?
2019. It's a Netflix original. Not a theater movie. It had the lady from Melanie Laurent. I think is how you pronounce it. She's the French actress who was in Inglourious Bastards as the main blonde
The movie
woman in
theater
that movie.
owner.
Yes.
Shoshana.
I think, yes.
Shoshana.
That's the only other really notable person I recognized. It's terrible. There's a needle drop every 5 minutes, and most of them were Muse.
Wait, what?
Just Muse. They play a lot of Muse songs.
When you're saying needle drop, you just mean a new song.
You know what a needle drop
Or is there a needle
Just
scratch where like someone walks into a room and everyone's
I
like,
guess I don't.
It's just like where it cuts into a new scene and like a pumping like pop song drops in, like
The soundtrack's helping carry the movie.
yeah.
Using the term needle drop, though, I feel like my initial instinct is in line with Jotham. You mean like having music in a movie? So like it doesn't sound like a crazy breakthrough.
You're saying they didn't drop it on track 1, side 1. They may have dropped it on like a side 1, track 3
You're talking
midway through.
deep album cuts.
You guys are coming at me like I'm the one responsible for this term. This is an industry term. I'm coming at you with some insider information.
So
in this,
one famous term, freehanding, we've learned from Corin. That's when you hold your cheese with your bare hand. Another one is needle drop, where you put music in a film. All right. Thanks, Corin.
I think they have a category in the Academy now for best needle drop.
Best needle drop, John Williams, Jaws. Jotham's like me. He's not amused by this at all. And I'm on his side. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Jotham has some work obligations he must attend to, so we're going to try to get by for a little bit without Jotham. If it goes on too long, I guess
Talk about Jotham.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Corin, truth be told, I'm with you. I'm on the needle drop thing. Jotham is nuts about that, and if I didn't at least mention it, like he was going to call me off air. That might be what he's doing right now. Oh, great.
We're all a little scared of him.
He's calling me right now. That's why he left the room. Great.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just having a little fun. So what was the other movie besides Six Underground that you took in?
It was called The Cloverfield Paradox.
Oh, the space film. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I really liked it.
Yeah, me too.
It was like it was kind of stupid, but it was fine. It was like a less good Event Horizon, but still good.
It was very much like another Ryan Reynolds joint called Life. You remember Life?
I didn't see that one.
Oh. I think they have similar broken arms.
I brought the same exact movie up.
Was that? All right, I just muted Jotham. That could have been happening in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I want to make sure we didn't put someone's whole phone number on the podcast.
It's funny. Corin told me that he saw that movie, and I told him that I thought it was dumb, and I also suggested that he watch Life.
Cool. Yeah, I did, but see, and that Cloverfield Paradox, that was one of those movies where it didn't have anything to do with the Cloverfield universe. I think when it was
it absolutely did.
when it was written, and then they kind of massaged the script and stuff to make it part of the Cloverfield universe. But I really like that whole like sparsely populated Cloverfield universe. I like how they're like over years and years, like they're making more kind of information about it.
But like the reveal of the monster at the end rising through the clouds, and it was like way bigger, like the Cloverfield monster. You know what I'm talking about? At the very end of the movie.
But do we know that's the same Cloverfield monster? Plus, did the paradox maybe make it bigger or something?
No, because it's supposed to be like the coinciding with that original movie, like
the event.
But it's the multiverse, so like maybe it was the same planet but a different universe, man.
Maybe the lady who showed up in the middle of the pipes, maybe it was her universe. Again, I saw this movie like 2 years ago one time, and I don't remember much about it. I just remember there was a lady in the pipes.
The Cloverfield reach, because you're reaching for things.
Is that me doing that? Oh, do you remember when in the original movie, the Cloverfield Reach, where he took down the helicopter? That was his special move. Like he went up, down, left, right. Cloverfield Reach.
That monster is very strangely built. Like it could do freaking like hook shots all day. It had those like big floppy crazy arms.
It could do hook shots all day. It was a basketball, a classic point guard. Actually, if it's
Join the Monstars.
If it's doing hook shots, it's probably a center though, but realistically.
Thank you.
But yeah, it did that. Sorry for the head turn. It did that Lord of the Rings Balrog move that's just cheap, where the thing falls down, but then its arm or a whip or something like comes out of the chasm and gets the main character. Not cool.
I don't know.
Play by the rules, multiverse, supernatural creatures.
Isn't there another one? Wasn't Overlord supposed to be part of that too, maybe? Or was that?
Well, there's 10 Cloverfield Lane with John Goodman.
I love that movie.
That was a good movie. And I think, again, it was engineered
also,
after the script was written to make it part of the Cloverfield.
And they added all like those ARG games, like before their release, like that people were like finding USB drives, like going to coordinates and finding a USB drive and like all kinds of crazy crap like that.
Coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a time in America where if you could find a USB drive anywhere, and who knows what ARG you might be part of, you might get a new 9 Inch Nails album. You might solve Cloverfield.
You might be Cloverfield. Tag, you're it. You are now Cloverfield.
Turn to the mirror. I am Cloverfield. You just see the monster's bug eyes. Lanky old
You do a sweet hook shot.
Oh. So what's on the agenda?
USB drives.
What's on the agenda? For future bad movies? I mean, do you consider them bad movies, or does it just have to be a certain type?
It just has to be a dumb movie. Like it can't be anything cerebral. Like I almost put on the new Netflix movie with Spider-Man and Batman in it. What are those guys? Robert Pattinson and young boy Spider-Man. What is his name? Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
There's a movie with those two guys in it?
Yeah. The devil
Robbie
does
Pass
something.
and Tommy Halls?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're also in City of Gold, or was it called City of Gold? With Charlie Hunnam. It's like based on a true story about finding Lost City of Gold. Lost City of Z.
Oh yeah, that was a bad movie. Don't watch that.
I like our kind of like half-informed movie talk. You're like, no, that's the one with
what's it called? It's
Batman
titles
and
wrong.
Spider-Man.
God damn it.
You should watch Scanners, because it is really dumb, except for those like last few minutes.
The Devil All the Time. That's what it's called. The Devil All the Time.
Yeah, right. I'll check and see if it's an A24. Then I'll decide if I'm going to watch it.
It's not A24.
So,
I should just put on Midsummer again.
Speaking of stupid movies, I saw there's a movie coming out called Fat Man.
About the bomb?
Starring Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins. Mel Gibson as Santa Claus.
Why does Mel Gibson get to be in a movie?
Get to be anything? Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird.
Maybe
that
he just had
survived.
like so many people invested in him early on that they just could not accept when like he revealed himself to be just like a massive
total piece of
dickhead.
shit.
Yeah. It's like, well, we've got a lot of points in him still. Let's have him. Remember that movie? I saw trailers and stuff for it. He had like a puppet, a beaver puppet. It was called like The Beaver, and he just talked through a puppet the whole movie.
No.
But
Maybe I might be thinking of The Man with Half a Face. Just kidding. That was another movie of his though.
Mel Gibson, Beaver puppet.
It's called The Beaver.
Yeah, right. And he's got a puppet.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right. It's a puppet movie. It's in the puppet genre. What are the best movies to you with puppets in them? There's Meet the Feebles. There was The Muppets Take Manhattan.
That's the best one.
That's a good one.
Muppets or puppets?
Oh, sorry.
Do Muppets count?
To me, a Muppet is a puppet. I know they're trying to differentiate them.
But I mean, like, because there's plenty of puppet movies that are good, but they're like usually scary.
Jared, are you okay?
Really?
I don't want to talk about any scary puppet movies. Like, would Poltergeist count?
Muppets are not. Oh, don't even. Dude.
When the clown comes to life under the bed.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to talk about it.
Take the headphones out. All right, I'm done.
This is going to be Alistair and I in a second.
That was a very affecting. That was a very
work call too.
Affecting movie when I was a kid.
Man,
that clown puppet.
No, there was a movie called The Dolls, where like a couple's car breaks down in the country, and they go into an old stately manor where there's a nice old couple, but they have a bunch of dolls. The dolls come alive at night and kill a bunch of people. Like a bunch of people break down at the house for some reason.
There's just a line like the end of Field of Dreams.
It, I'm like, why did so many people break down at the house?
The lights are just going off to the distance. Like, we can barely kill all the people. We can barely rip the bones out of them after they show up. Barely got time. That was a reference to the first season of The Wire, by the way. They're selling them faster than we can pull the bones out of them. Talking about chicken nuggets. But I think in the movie they like turn people into dolls also. Like the people were like the big, like that's
some
why
died,
there's so many of them.
But some were like, like a little collection.
Maybe it's like zombie rules. Like if you bleed out or something, you die. But maybe if you just get bit by a doll, you turn into a doll.
Oh, what a fate.
You have to drink a doll's blood to turn into a doll. It's like
that's how you get it. Courage. That's how
they have to turn you.
They give you the gift.
Of porcelain face.
Eternal. All right, so put that on your list. The doll.
Puppet Master.
Yeah.
Right?
But those are like I mean, they're supposed to be scary, but they're goofy. Like,
wait a second. When you said Puppet Master, isn't that where the aliens attach to your spine and Donald Sutherland becomes like...
That's Body Snatchers.
No. No. Not Body Snatchers. Okay. Isn't it something puppet where like they're aliens, they're like stingrays that attach to the back of people and they control their minds?
I want to know.
But but now you're only reading that as Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You look up Puppet Master. But what are the chances that Donald Sutherland is in 2 puppet movies?
Okay. Body Snatchers.
The Puppet Masters.
Maybe that's
not a puppet movie.
Who's in it?
Donald Sutherland.
Hell yeah. He's all about getting that body snatched. You know what I'm saying? He's looking out for those roles. He's like, hey, he talks to his agent. Do you think there's any chance you could get me another movie where I'm controlled by some kind of, puppet master, for lack of a better word? That's what he sounds like, right?
Spot on.
So let me see. Flying saucer, mind control powers, slug-like creatures. Those are my guys.
All right.
Attaching himself to people's backs.
That's a good place to do it. You can't reach it, right?
Oh,
I mean, they know it. You're shirtless so often, they definitely spot it. Same with Jotham.
Yeah.
They'd never find one on me. Like, Mandy might.
There might be one on you right now. Yeah. We know we're really talking to the Puppet Master.
Absolutely. All of a sudden,
did you hear that Donald Sutherland impression? Alistair could never do that.
All of a sudden, the podcast gets like very good. It's like, I would remove the Puppet Master, but like, have you seen how many views we're getting?
I feel compelled to watch.
Oh, you're saying like the Puppet Master's so good that like it works
Yeah.
through me. I wish.
Yeah, we need one of those.
You should watch The Stuff for a dumb movie.
But you're suggesting all these grodes. That's gross, right? The Stuff.
But it's kind of funny too.
Is that a Peter Jackson movie?
No.
Oh,
I don't know who did it, but
it's gross.
it is about people who eat yogurt and then the yogurt eats them.
Really?
Yeah.
It must take place in Soviet Russia.
Ah,
The Stuff,
Gotcha.
1985. I think it was like right after the Blob was a thing. And they're like,
like a
hey,
Blob
we
parody.
need like another Blob movie. We can't call it the Blob.
Do the blobs control your mind? Because I'd love
Yeah,
to
it's
be in
like
that movie.
some guys find a meteor,
I'm
like a
Donald
crater.
Sutherland. Oh, it's in a crater too? Classic blob.
And in the crater, there's the stuff. And for some reason, the guy tastes it's like, oh, this is amazing. And so they just like build a crazy, like
factory around it.
yeah, like a brand, and they sell it on TV, and like the whole world is consuming it, and then people just start liquefying.
It kind of sounds like a super gross Dr. Seuss story. Like, you know,
Yeah.
where they build the factory. It's like the Lorax or something, but with yogurt.
Who protects the yogurt?
Who speaks for the yogurt?
Whatever.
Yo, play.
Don't play.
So I don't think I'll be watching that, but I appreciate
Okay.
the suggestion.
All right.
I feel like an action suspense horror movie. Well, I don't know. That's not so good.
So I downloaded a movie that I haven't watched yet called Money Plane.
What? Is that like Moneyball and Snakes on a Plane
and Money Train.
crossover?
I don't know, but it's got Kelsey Grammer in it,
What?
among other people. It came out.
Why does he get to work?
It came out in 2020.
What?
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer's
Money Plane.
in Money Plane from this year?
Starting Adam Copeland, Kelsey Grammer, Tom Jane, our boy Tom Jane, and Denise Richards.
Denise Richards.
Oh. I'm glad she's getting work.
I remember she was
Is she bad too?
She was a James Bond like professor at one point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
She
think she
wore
was like a
glasses.
nuclear
Doctor-
physicist.
Yeah.
Dr. Christmas?
Is that who she
sounds
was?
Very familiar.
Not Ivana Humble.
My name is Dr. Sexy Christmas.
It was they set up one joke and it was that Christmas came twice that year,
Orgasms.
which still seems like a low number for her. I'm very sorry.
The whole year?
Congratulations, doctor. Well, she's busy doctoring and stuff.
Criminally unfulfilled.
Criminally. The state will be prosecuting.
But does she get
The state
prosecuted
v.
or does she name who do you think would be punished in that situation? Would it be James Bond or would it be Dr. Christmas?
I can't answer that
Whose
question.
responsibility is it?
Yeah.
Where does the responsibility fall?
Yeah, exactly. You know what?
That's why we have a lawyer.
That's
We
why.
can assess
That's
it
why
out.
we take it to court.
Yeah.
This is. Ooh, what an
Bring it in front
interesting
of the
thought
judge.
experiment.
All the nuances. The tagline for the movie is called "An Explosive Casino Heist in the Sky."
But did you
right.
watch it?
No, I haven't watched it yet, but I got it because the poster looked really dumb.
Okay.
All right.
about it.
Well, you can.
Tom Jane, though?
Tom Jane.
I used to kind of like that guy. He was all right.
He was
What happened
hung.
to Tom Jane?
He was
He was in
hung.
that
Yeah,
show. And
I
he
don't
was
know.
the
I tried
Punisher
to
at one
watch him.
point, wasn't he?
Deep
He
Blue
was.
Sea.
Early Punisher. Deep Blue Sea. Sea. Darkest, bluest. My hat is like a shark fin.
Yeah, with the Tom Jane vehicle.
He was.
Arrested Development, the little bit part. Is the,
Yeah, that was good as well.
He played
himself.
Tom Jane. I'm Tom Jane.
I just want my kids back.
That's right.
I just tried to
homeless
watch. Yeah, he was. But I tried to watch him in 1922, which is a very new
dad.
movie.
I know what you're going to say. I loved the way he talked in that movie. Okay, you're talking
no.
because he kind of had, let's say, a Sling Blade-esque accent. He kind
It
of
was-
through the whole thing.
He his teeth never separated. He talked through his teeth the entire time, just like this. This is Tom Jane.
He
right
didn't
now.
sound like a dandy like Corin did. He sounded like a tough farm
like
dude,
a fruit man.
like a tough farm guy who was being plagued by rats for the most part.
Is that the Stephen King movie?
Would you say Corin?
I'm tough.
But it took me some getting used to, but I enjoyed how Tom Jane talked in 1922.
Ooh, I made it 20 minutes. I made it 22 minutes into 1922.
Oh, yeah.
I bailed
19
on
minutes,
Tom
22.
Jane.
I watched that
So
whole
wait.
thing again like a year ago, but I remember enjoying it. Lots of rats.
Is that a Stephen King joint?
It's
like
a
the
Stephen
story?
King story, yeah.
Oof, Jane.
Oof,
She was
Jane.
also in The Predator, which was a huge disappointment.
Never saw that one. I saw Predators, which was
Don't
pretty
bother.
good.
Predators was good.
Topher Grace.
The
and
Predator
them.
was not, which is a damn shame because it had all the ingredients to be good.
I gave it every chance for success.
What was the major flaw? Didn't it have some like autism subplot?
Yes.
That the Predator
Yes.
is autistic?
Like he draws real good.
Yeah.
No, the autistic son of the main character turns out can, like the Predator, basically think that he is the mightiest warrior on the planet because of like some computer thing that he did, and he's able to like pilot their ship or something. So it's like,
See, now, the problem with science fiction and fantasy franchises is that for one hit, they're great. A bad thing shows up and it's like the shark from Jaws. It just wrecks shit up. And then you try to fight it and it goes away and there are no explanations. But by the time you're 7 movies deep, all of a sudden you're dealing with fucking Predator tech support. And it doesn't hold up. It's a house of cards. Like, it only works if the Predators show up. But if you have to show somebody programming their little wrist thing or they're packing little vials of blue stuff for them, then the world seems less believable. This
Or likable.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk as the tweets
oh,
go.
like it was like Shane Black, directed it, and he was in the original Predator movie. Like
He told
and
the dirty joke and died, right?
Yeah. But he's also made great action movies that are amazing and funny. And
He's made some stinkers too, though.
I
he
just
made a couple
watched.
stingers, but I mean, like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Good Guys.
I just had Iron Man
like,
3 on the other day.
I haven't
That's a
seen
good
Iron Man
one.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
What?
I thought you were the
I
one
haven't
who
seen
told
3.
me it's Shane Black and it has a voiceover and it's a blah 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 blah.
Not me.
Okay, it
I
must
know
have
it's
been-
him, but I haven't.
Oh,
I
that
haven't
was
seen it.
James Jared McLeod. I'm thinking. Different guy, different dude.
Don't know. I've never heard of him.
Never heard that guy. Sounds like a real clown to me.
Talking about Iron Man and shit, like Jared
Like
would
I
be
would
into
watch
that.
that. Yeah.
Not my style.
We'll stop having fun now.
Yeah, guys.
Jotham,
no.
is everything cool with you?
Yeah. It's all right.
We've just been
About all I can say.
talking more movies about about more movies that Corin might work out to, ones that provide the adrenaline rush he needs. Like we said, it's kind of like a natural pre-workout that it conjures inside his system.
I was hoping he didn't say that the Terminator Dark Fate was one of those movies, because it seemed like he was working out to it the other day, and that movie ruled.
That was a fun flick.
That was one of the movies that I worked out to.
Take that.
And it fits my description perfectly.
I mean, it's no Cronenberg, but I enjoyed it.
I do like where the Terminator has a family. And his
Oh, boy.
name is
Carl.
Carl.
pretty good.
Just Carl.
How do they not know that he weighed like 800 pounds?
He says she just likes that I listen and change diapers.
Yeah, that's it.
The throwaway line. Never touched me or hugged me or tried to do anything whatsoever.
Listen, people have different types of relationships.
Did he have a special bed to sleep on? Like, I mean, like, did
He
they
doesn't
sleep in the
sleep.
same? But I mean, surely she would have
He just
questions about
sits
that.
up at night watching her.
And she appreciates it. Never ask questions.
No.
under my watchful and very ever so slightly whirring gaze. Zzz, zzz, whenever I look around.
So
Do you
every now
guys
and then, the flicker
follow
of a red light.
comedian Connor O'Malley?
I don't think so.
He had a video flagged today, and he asked for help from Mr. Schwarzenegger. He tagged him in it. I thought that was funny.
What was?
It'd be funnier. The video is about Antifa he was kidnapped by Antifa, and Antifa made him gay. Pretty good. He couldn't jerk off to Maxim magazine anymore. He was having
because of what they
difficulty.
did?
Yeah,
man.
he didn't enjoy playing golf after church with his brother-in-law anymore. Things like that.
It sounds like
Thanks to Antifa.
It sounds like Antifa really fucked him up good.
They fucked him up good.
Great.
Jared, why don't you tell us what you've been up to this past week of 3 to 4 days?
Well, Jotham and I spent a lot of time with each other this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Cute.
This is very fucking cute.
Had a long bike ride, amazing
Yes.
meal out to
Yes.
Ted Peters.
Yeah.
And then I
We
joined.
looked each other's in the eyes and we said, I'll eat a pound of fish with this guy.
Hold on a second. I have one question though.
No.
How many miles it take to get to Peters and back?
Paters.
Peters and back.
25.
What was it? Was it 25?
Yeah, it was close. Pull up the Strava. I think yours is
Let me pull up my
more
Strava
accurate.
real quick. Hold on, guys. Let me pull up my Strava
Jared,
real quick.
or dare I say, James, if you keep taking this guy on sub 40 mile hour, what the fuck am I saying?
Yeah.
Sub 40 mile
24.62.
bike ride, you're going to lose him. 25 miles.
It was originally, we were talking about it. I initially proposed a 40 to 50 mile bike ride from St. Petersburg
You
to
did.
Dunedin.
So you proposed something he would want to do, got him hooked, and then disappointed
said I
and
didn't wanna
didn't
do
deliver.
it.
Bait and switch.
I didn't want to
Due to
do a
time.
whole day thing.
Yeah, due to time constraints, we pared it down to 25 miles.
Due to time constraints.
Due to time constraints.
I wasn't going to say it.
You left room
funny.
for me. I appreciate
That's what I
that.
was dealing with. Yeah, and then I joined him and a couple of his buddies for doubles pickleball
Oh, yeah.
Sunday.
We did that too.
And humiliated and injured myself.
Oh no, what did you do?
Oh, yeah.
I went hard in the paint to try to recover.
You didn't roll your ankle,
I
did you?
tumbled backwards and hit my head on a fence post and tweaked my neck real bad. Very comparable to the TV neck injury that I received many years ago.
Man, I remember
But more appropriate.
Yeah, you were in motion. You were like doing.
you could tell
Physical
people about
activity.
I was
this.
trying to save it from.
Yeah, he was getting after it.
I remember the first time I fell down and people didn't laugh. They were just like concerned for me, and that sucks so bad.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
And I assumed did people rush to your attention, be like, an older man fell down and he hurt himself. Did you get
Will he
first aid
ever
on the
recover?
court?
Yeah.
I think I just expressed concern.
Yeah.
Rub some dirt on it.
It'd be all right.
I threw dirt in his face.
That'll teach him.
Get up!
Pocket sand.
But
This
all
is
in
pickleball.
all, now were you guys playing
Rip my
doubles on the
shirt off.
same team? Did you split off and do some singles? What was
We
it?
did both. So Jotham and I played on the same team, and then we played on opposite teams. And we blew a 10-2 lead in the second game for the match. So stings a
They
little
cheated.
bit.
They cheated.
There were some questionable calls.
There's some questionable calls,
Yeah.
but the rest happened.
So you're saying there were a solid, I'm assuming it's win by 2. So there were at least 10 bad calls in a row that led to your downfall.
Yeah, at least 10 bad calls.
Now, I feel like after you guys, I'm sure some games you won, some games you lost. It was, you're in the mix. But I have a feeling that Jotham has a harder time shaking off those losses. He seems to kind of have the eye of the tiger as far as his competitive nature goes.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You can tell
I
it's
don't know
staying
what
a little
you're
bit.
talking about. It doesn't bother me at all.
Jared might lose a point
I
and be
don't
like,
care
oh
if I
man,
win
that
or
was
lose.
crazy. And Jotham's like, Yeah, man, but I mean, if you just get the jump on those things, it's not going to happen.
You can hear the impatience like in the voice after a couple of the same suggestion.
You can see that just on the podcast. Like, just when we're talking, he's like, all right, come on. Let's get it going.
Oh, yeah, behind the line. No, behind the line. Yeah. No, it's your serve. No, because I served last time. Yeah. No, it's your serve.
Was I worse than Dan was that time you played? Okay.
And I'm exaggerating.
Let's call out Dan. Let's talk about him.
Oh, the chances of him listening to this podcast, I know that.
My first pickleball game ever was against that guy, and he was pretty intense about it. He was suffering no fools. He was like,
He doesn't have time for it. I beat him 4-0 today. So.
By the way.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Ooh,
So just imagine, as serious as he is, I'm 4 times more serious. Well, Jotham, is there anything we could even talk about? Like, what else have you been up to besides hanging with Jared and pickleballing?
Well, I mean, you originally asked Jared what he was up to.
I know.
That was it.
I know, and now I'm
it.
transferring to Jotham because they shared a lot of time together.
Oh.
Corin, it's called a dovetail. It's like freehanding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Corin.
He's about to do it on camera. I love it. That's a blue cheese. I can tell from the marbling.
Who was a big bite?
All the cheeses he eats are blue. What's this one?
Your nose is running. This shit is so stinky. His nose is glistening from that snaky cheese. Holy crap.
So stinky, you need a clothespin.
It's an awful.
I'm talking about my nose
what an
glistening.
awful observation.
God. It's a smokehouse blue. I've had it before on this show.
I was going to say, I feel like if you hadn't introduced it previously, then it must you must just be nibbling.
It was on sale though. It's very good.
Can't believe you took a bite that big.
I'm proud of
You
you.
ever met Corin?
I love it.
He eats cheese for breakfast.
He's a big bite boy.
I know, but I mean,
A big bite boy.
it's just impressive to see it actually happen. Like,
I know.
I
It's-
assume
thank
that's
you.
what happened.
Like sometimes you'll see evidence like, oh my God, a huge gator was lying here, but you didn't actually see it. You're like, oh my God, I only saw the teeth marks before, but like it was a human that did it and in one bite.
I remember thinking that the intro for Louis C.K.'s show, when he eats the pizza, he takes giant bites out of the pizza where they're giant circles. You know, you can see where like he took a bite and then a bite next, and there's like little skinny pieces that go like this. This is hard to describe.
Well, and when you eat a pizza, you know, you can fold it over if it's big enough, and then you get a paper doll effect. So then you can, or a snowflake effect, where you can bite around the outside and then you undo it, and it's like the Rorschach from Watchmen.
Maybe that's what he was doing.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like, can we still reference Louis C.K.? Isn't he a creep?
I was questioning myself doing it, but
That's like when I brought up Garrison Keillor last week. Now all of a sudden we're discussing sexual harassment.
Well,
it's less funny. It's not. Jotham.
I don't think he recovered. From that.
I know. I'm still in it.
From all that
Still in a
terrible
tailspin.
stuff he did. Ugh. All right.
And also, I'd like to point, I'm still not sure exactly what Garrison Keillor did. I'm pretty sure I know what Louis C.K. did, though. He ate a pizza in a very disgusting way.
In the most disgusting way.
So what else have you been up to, Jotham, besides the pizza snowflakes and such?
I was getting gas the other day, and I got some gas on my hand, and I was driving, and that smell really sticks with you, you know? So I was thinking of this time when I was 18, and I got arrested, and I was living in Gainesville, and it was like 3 months after I moved away, so my parents cut off any financial help, so I had to get a job. And so I'm going to get a job I'm going to apply at Old Navy, and I get an interview. On my way to the interview, I get gas all over the side of me. This is not like a tiny little bit on your hand, but like I was soaked in gasoline.
Did it did it overflow or did it just drip?
Yeah,
drip
I mean,
down?
I think it just overflowed. Like I wasn't paying attention. Weird. And
Cut off.
That wasn't like me when I was drug addled.
yeah, I don't know what that was about. So it was in the same parking lot. It's in Archer Plaza. It's in the same parking lot like where the Old Navy is. So I just like drove, like some parking spaces away and walked into this job interview. and interviewed in this back room at Old Navy, reeking of gasoline. And I got the job.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that was one of her first questions. Are you covered in gasoline?
Were you drinking gasoline?
Yes.
Did you say it while
Next question.
Did you say it while licking her lips and looking you up and down?
I think
Just for gasoline.
this story speaks to Jotham's raw charisma. There's a certain undeniable magnetic quality that Jotham's personality has that even when he shows up to an interview like covered in like cake icing and gasoline, like half his hair singed off, where people are like, I like the cut of your jib, fella.
I'm gonna give that guy a job.
He's fashion forward. He's just what we need on the Old Navy squad.
That it factor.
But yeah, I mean, so now that he's cleaned the gasoline off of him, for the most part, now it's just on his hand. He's pretty much unstoppable.
So we did that. All right, other notes I have.
So we did that.
We did that when I was 18.
This is not good content, but I bought a new iPhone. I'm excited about that.
It's fine.
I just want to, I mean, everybody's already made this point, but getting a new iPhone is not as exciting as it used to be. Once you've got all your stuff set up and then you get your new iPhone and everything runs faster and it's got some new features, but it's like got all the same icons. Like there's something to...
I'm going to have a great time for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Try out all the new ways you can swipe or whatever. Although I guess that's OS based, not phone based.
Right. But we hate new OS.
We hate new OS. We love new phone.
I started watching the Wu-Tang documentary on Showtime.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm enjoying. I was wondering, can any of you name all the members of the Wu-Tang Clan?
All right.
No.
I can get close.
You God.
Okay.
Jared, go.
Method Man.
Raekwon.
Mhm.
Jizza.
RZA.
RZA.
That's 5. Old Dirty Bastard.
Old Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say,
Killer.
Big
did I
Baby
say you God? Ghostface
Jesus.
Killer. Go kill him.
Master Killer.
Master Killer.
What about Capadonna?
Inspector Deck.
Does Capadonna count?
Inspector
And
Deck.
Capadonna's number 10.
Hell
who
yes.
Method Man replaced.
We did it.
Yeah.
Way to go,
That
guys.
went way smoother than I thought.
That's almost as good as when we all liked MF Doom together.
Jotham had doubts. We didn't know about the Wu-Tang Clan.
I've paused it. I paused it at least 5 times and turned to Maddie and said, "Hey, quiz me on how many Wu-Tang members there are." And I only got it right one time.
How many times did you stop for a quiz?
5 times.
Oh my God.
Which time did you get it right?
Oh, the last time.
Middle
The second time.
Maddie must love watching movies with you. Hey, quiz.
I've said this before to her. I'm the best movie watcher.
Hey, let's pause the movie. See how much gabagool I can eat. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I've got a lot of good trivia to contribute, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But something I did in the intro, there's a cool like instrumental version of one of their beats, and I looked into that. It's pretty cool. This I can't remember the band, but they got a real like Daptones kind of backup band vibe, and it's like warm and I don't know,
Some
a
live
lot of
instrumentation.
bass. Yeah. I'll probably be playing some of that.
Wait, is it Adrian Young? He's
no, it's
Wu-Tang
like
adjacent.
Al Michael something. Hold on, I can pull it up.
Al Michaels. Oh, you mean the sports announcer?
Al Michaels affair.
Al Michaels, Frank Gifford. You're talking about the Monday Night Football lineup, right? Howard Cosell back in the 70s.
Yes, I am.
Well, that's good stuff. Got Wu-Tang. We named all the members. I'm pumped about that.
Woo. Yeah.
Anything else going on with you?
No, nothing.
Okay, fair enough. I have not been super duper active in the past few days. I know that I made a bit of music yesterday. I was requested by Clara, our wee 9-year-old here, to do a remix of a song about Pokemon. As we can see, Jotham just had to run out. We did mention he's got like work things going on. He's unexpectedly on call. That's why he keeps running in and out. It's for important business. We'll fill him in on this after the fact. He'll be a modular piece of the puzzle. You can plug him in and at any point he'll catch up. What was he saying? So
Pokemon.
Clara said, I would like to
Drop that track.
I would like to do a music video.
Okay.
And I was like, well, here's what you're going to do. If you want to do a music video, you should listen like over a stereo, put it on the hi-fi, the song that you want to do the music video to, then just shoot a bunch of video, and then I can sync it up in my computer, and you can watch, you can edit it with me. So she was like, okay, the problem is I haven't thought of a song. And I was like, okay, so what kind of song would you like it to be? And she'd be like, okay, I want it to be about trading Pokemon cards and like finding out which ones are the rare ones. That's her big kick lately. I want to find out which of the Pokemon cards I have are rare. So I looked up a song and I played it for her, and it was just like, I would call it a homemade song by a couple of young gentleman looking fellas. And there was
DIY.
Kind of a DIY thing, and the song was all play Pokemon cards or having Pokemon cards with me, motherfucking this and that. I was like, oh, okay. So so what I did is I made a remix where I just kind of copied the beat, made it myself, and then I just like dub style. I just took some little snippets from the audio. So she has like now a little beat that she can make a music video to. Do you guys want to hear my Pokemon remix?
Yes.
Yeah, I tried. I requested access to it.
Yo, everyone's requesting access to my Pokemon remix. That's one of the lyrics. Oh, here we go. All right.
Yeah.
Pokemon cards. So those are most of the lyrics that don't have the F word.
Pokemon cards with me.
Pokemon cards.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I spent a little bit of time yesterday doing a Pokemon cards remix. We haven't finished a video yet, but that's definitely on Clara's agenda. Have you guys done any remixes for any like collectible card games?
I only do remixes for Yu-Gi-Oh.
I believe there's a Naruto.
I'm gonna remix my Pogs.
Remixing Pogs. Yeah, slammers.
I'm gonna remix my Pogs.
Slammers are just standard card.
Slamming the 8-ball.
I don't know all the terminology. I was never in a Pog game.
Man,
Are Pogs worth
wish I still
anything
had
now?
'em.
Surely there must
I
be
feel
some.
like they were worth nothing, then maybe worth something, now worth nothing, but then maybe worth something.
It's like a living graph. That's why they call him Steffi Graf. Tennis phenomenon. Guys, I have a quiz for us to do. Would you guys be interested in having a little quiz time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this quiz is based in the world of literature. I figured we were doing enough silliness.
Ooh.
Now it's time to flex our mental muscle a little bit instead of just talking pre-workout and pumping iron all day long.
I was about to say, have you met us and our interests? Is this?
Do you
think this is
usually
gonna go
use your copy of fine literature to hold up one of the legs of your bench press apparatus? What the fuck am I talking about? All right. Having a hard time.
Love that.
I have to go use my bench press apparatus.
BRB.
Okay, so
Oh boy. It's time for every human's favorite question and answer fun game. I already knew that a long time ago. With your host, Alistair St. Hill.
that's right. It's time for you ever read a book with me, Alistair St. Hill. Each one of these clues relates to okay. There's two parts to each. As usual,
Damn
it's
it.
based on the Angelina Jolie Lieberman model.
Oh.
Okay.
Two phrases hinged on a common word or syllable or possibly phrase. Each one of the answers will include one classic novel and one other thing.
Are they all novels?
I've only written out the answers, so I'm going to have to what we call freehand the questions and come up with them. I mean, I've been thinking about them. I don't have them written down. So this might not be quite as perfectly smooth as all the other quizzes that I do. Question 1. The first novel by Harper Lee and a Sandra Bullock movie about a monster that you can't
Corin.
look at. Corin, go.
To Kill a Mockingbird box.
That's correct. To Kill a Mockingbird box. Corin is up 1-0. There are 15 questions on this quiz, and I have an itchy back.
Do you have are your jeans up there?
Jeans, no.
No jeans. Okay.
Jeans are elsewhere. Question 2. A novel in which the main character is named Holden Caulfield and the star of Deadpool.
Corin.
Corin, go.
Damn it.
I mean, oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
Catcher.
He was in 6 Underground.
Thank you. Catcher in the Ryan Reynolds.
You know, in my head, I was going, J.D. Salinger, J.D. Salinger, J.D. Salinger. And I manifested that shit.
That's what he does. I'm telling you. He's got
thank you?
He's got powers people can't understand when they just watch on the screen. Okay.
Tuning in. What are you thinking about?
I was just going to make that same thing because this one's going to require a little journey inside the mind's eye. Okay. The most well-known novel by Charlotte Bronte and a movie about a basketball-playing dog.
I know
I have
one
one
half
guess
of
that
this.
I can't be right.
We all know
The
Airbud.
answer is Jane
Right?
Eyre, bud.
Jane Eyre. Why?
Maybe next time
Did
you'll
you do
point
this
to
quiz
both
to
your
make us look
temples like
dumb?
Jotham does. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Did you do this to make us look dumb?
Yeah, I wrote these questions so you'd look dumb.
I referenced Airbud.
I knew it.
Okay.
You guys got the Airbud part of it?
This is
Me too.
this is another one you might want to point at your old temples for. The original Gothic novel, A Tale of a Vampire, Nobleman, and a West Coast noir thriller based on a James Elroy novel.
Jared.
Well,
Jared,
hit
go.
me
I
again.
bet he's got it.
Bram Stoker's Dracula LA Confidential. Dracula.
Dracula Confidential.
That's good.
Jared is on the board. 1.
I don't think I've seen LA Confidential.
It's good.
Oh, it's a good flick.
Love me some noir.
Guy
Pierce. What?
More
Do we say Guy
importantly,
Pierce at the same time?
Yeah.
We're married.
you should. What's the guy's
Married to Guy
name?
Pierce.
What's the guy's name that wrote LA Confidential?
James Elroy. That guy is
there's,
nuts.
there's something else that you should watch by James Elroy that's way better than that movie.
James Elroy, scenes from Dead Ladies in Los Angeles or something. There's this movie, this TV series where he talks about unsolved murders and he's got the craziest way of talking and he says the craziest things and there was a cartoon dog that helped him solve these unsolved murders from the 60s.
This is the author of the books, James Elroy, LA Confidential.
Black Dahlia murders.
Yeah, and just
Black Dahlia murders.
Us talking about it doesn't really do it justice. I've got some audio clips when we did a special on it one time on the radio show.
Yeah, you'll have to bring those back
It's
in. They were very
unnerving.
good.
Next week, or maybe after the break, I'll pull up a few snippets for you.
I have to quickly find out what the name of that show was.
James Elroy colon, because we called it Jellicod, Jelacod.
James Elroy's L.A. City of Demons.
That's right. James Elroy's L.A. City of Demons, Jellicod.
Dude, it's so sweet to look up stuff on Jared's computer. I'd be Googling stuff all day. 75 inches right in front of you.
Yeah. It's funny, whenever he looks something up, like all the light on him changes.
Yeah.
He's been wrapped in,
has to look up,
Wikipedia.
What are you guys talking about?
Question 5. The dystopian vision of Aldous Huxley and the massively multiplayer online role-playing.
Jared,
Jotham.
go.
Damn it.
Brave New World of Warcraft.
That's correct. Jared on the board again. 2-2, tied with Corin. Jotham
Toe to
just
toe.
a split second behind, possibly because of lag issues.
Yes.
Question 6. Jack London and Tone Loc.
Jared,
Go.
Call of the Wild Thing.
That's right. Call of the Wild Thing.
Wow. Good get.
Question number 7. Again, this is a temple pointer. That's what I call the questions. They're little thinkers.
Little stinkers.
Hashtag temple pointers.
Sorry.
Alistair.
Ah, gross. That was unexpected. I didn't know a new hashtag was getting dropped this episode.
Yeah. Every episode.
Victor Hugo's French Revolutionary Tale and the sound that the hamburglar makes.
Wait,
Come on, you got it. You got it. It's right there.
Corin.
Corin, go.
God damn it. Do it.
Lay? Miss?
Go, Corin. Uh-oh, time's running out.
Miserable.
That's correct. Les Miserables Robble. I'm glad Jotham can take this quiz seriously. Thank you, Jotham.
Doesn't give a fuck about our comedy.
All right. I should have labeled these.
I just learned the sound the hamburger makes.
Do you know that the Hamburglar doesn't have his own Wikipedia page? He and the rest of the McDonald Land crew are all just on one page. Grimace, Mayor
That ain't right.
McCheese. Yeah. Like Grimace and the Hamburglar at least deserve their own pages. Ronald
Yeah.
McDonald, I think, has
I feel
one.
like the Hamburglar had a solo career for a minute.
He put out a solo record,
Yeah, didn't he,
self-titled.
did he sell a cereal? Or am I thinking about the Cookie Crisp, the Cookie Crooks?
Oh no, they all look alike.
The cookie crook.
What was
he
the
a dog,
hamburger's
though?
track
Was
one
the
side
Cookie
one?
Crook a dog? Sorry, what'd you say, Jotham? Were you talking track
What was the
one?
hamburger's track one side one?
Oh, like on his first LP.
Yeah, the wobble wobble. It's like a dance move. The robble robble.
The Robble Wobble.
Oh, boy.
Robble wobble. Oh, it's a wobble because that's the dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
Question 8. Right now, Jared and Corin are tied 3-3. Jotham yet to get on the board.
Don't tell him. Okay.
But again, probably lag based.
Anybody's game.
A Cormac McCarthy novel, which was turned into a film, and a movie about aliens living among us.
Corin.
Corin, go.
Wait, I didn't actually know. Shit. Hold on. Oh, damn it.
Anyone
What's the
else?
first part?
A Cormac
Jared.
McCarthy novel that was turned into a movie, and a film about aliens who live among us. Jared, go.
No Country for Old Men in Black.
That's correct.
Oh, I was like, they live. They live.
I was thinking of The Road, and I was like, what is The Road the first part of? Like,
When I told this to my partner in all things, Mandy, and she said, all the pretty horses something. So everyone's got their own idea of what a Cormac McCarthy novel should be. Although I may not have mentioned that it was trans.
Blood Meridian. Is
adapted.
Blood Meridian.
That's a Coen Brothers movie. Was that a Cormac McCarthy novel?
I don't know. Maybe. I could be wrong.
No way to find out. Check the Hamburglar's Wikipedia page. All right, question 9. Jack Kerouac's famous travelogue and Patrick Swayze playing the
Jotham.
Jotham, go.
Nope.
On the Roadhouse.
all right.
That's right. I'll never stop mentioning Patrick
I'm not a
Stewart.
loser.
It's the best cooler in the game.
I still haven't seen it. Should I see it?
Me neither.
Yes.
I've never seen it either. Knife shoe. There's a knife boot in it, right?
Yeah, and he tears the guy's throat out.
That's a special.
box,
That's
yeah.
a special move. Question 10.
The sound of my phone hitting the floor.
Oh, I thought that was the face he did in the movie right before he did the throat thing.
Here's a question 10. A white whale and a yellow trench coat.
Corin,
Corn, go.
Moby Dick Tracy.
It's Moby Dick Tracy.
Nice.
Very nice. Ties it up.
Love
with
the
Jared.
brevity.
It's the soul of wit, I've been told.
It's the
Let me
thing-
tell you where I heard that. Just kidding. Lack of brevity. Question 11. John Milton's 17th century epic poem and a movie about California vampires in the 80s.
Jared.
Corin.
Jared, go.
Paradise Lost Boys.
Jared, taking it up to
I was
5.
like, of mice and men in black, of mice and men in black.
It's probably best to just decide on two like a movie and a book that match up and just yell it before I
I
finish
just go
talking.
with it. I don't care that Men in Black's been used already.
You could be tricking us.
Yeah,
could've
it could come
doubled back.
back. Men in Black 2, who knows?
Question 12.
International.
A
There was a third
novel
one.
by
It's called. Sorry.
Is this serious or is it not? A novel by the poet Sylvia Plath and the much hated CGI character from a Phantom Menace, the Phantom Menace, a Star Wars story.
Corin,
go.
Oh man, I'm gonna get the Sylvia Plath part wrong.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Butterfly in the diving. No,
Jared,
go.
the Bell Jar Jar.
the bell.
Huh? What'd you say, Jared?
The Bell Jar Jar. Oh, Binks.
Show some respect.
It's just called the bell.
Mr. Binks, if you're nasty.
The Bell Jar.
The Bell Jar Jar Binks.
Bell jar.
Corin's so angry at himself right now.
I'm so angry.
Question 13. All right. Temple. This is a temple toucher. Ooh. A parable of jazz age decadence and a 60s musical about a pop idol who's drafted into the military. Again, it's a thinker.
One more time.
I can't remember exactly what I said. A story about jazz age decadence and a 1960s musical about a pop idol who is drafted into the military.
I know the first part.
Yeah.
I'm not up on my 1960s musicals, I guess.
It's got to be Elvis.
It was Elvis.
It's kind of a parody,
doing-
a satire of, the king, as I call him. The answer is The Great Gatsby by Birdie.
So the jazz age is the 20s?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
argue that point.
I mean, I was thinking the 50s when you said jazz age. I was like, oh, I don't know, naked lunch. They do a ton of drugs.
That's not bad.
But I can see the decadence of the Great Gatsby. Okay.
Everyone was very disappointed when I converted that one. So I apologize, I guess, to everybody. We're down to the last two.
This is fun.
Alice Walker's 1984 Pulitzer Prize winning novel, which was adapted into both a film and a stage play. Perhaps musical? Play, for sure. And also an album / movie from 1984 by Prince.
Jared,
go. Oh, sorry.
The Color Purple Rain.
That's correct. The Color Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the way he crossed his arms like a king?
Yeah.
Final question. Bob Dylan's perhaps most covered and most famous folk song and a 1990 a novel which was first translated into English in 1997 by Haruki Murakami. Modern classic. Bob Dylan song, covered a lot, and Haruki Murakami's most famous novel, first published in English in 1997. The answer, my friend, is Blowin' in the Wind-Up Bird Chronicle.
I can't believe you guys didn't get that.
That is my favorite Jotham, the one who gets something wrong with everybody and then criticizes his co-competitor. Jared takes it 7 to Corin's 4. Jotham's on the board 2.
Nice.
He's not going away empty-handed.
That's right.
Thank you guys for participating in this trivia challenge. Do you want to take a brief break and then come back with some news?
Sure.
Yes.
Couldn't hear what Corin said through all the cheese. All right, so we'll be back right after this.
Oh, you haven't come back. You haven't come back.
Come back right now. Oh! Hello. You're listening to Grand National Championships. Just as Jotham came up to the mic as the music was playing, he said, "Oh!" And it reminded me last week when I held up some cheese, unexpectedly, a surprise Alistair's Cheese Corner. Jotham, like, involuntarily gave a Sopranos "oh." He's all, "Oh!" It was great. It was like I knew that cheese had really made an impact when
you hit me. Yeah, that was my favorite cheese corner too.
Don't say that.
This motherfucker.
Oh, man.
You just say that because you're so far
I'm gonna
away.
casually have some.
Say that when you're in Seattle.
Oh, say that to my cheese.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be eating cheese together, bud.
Now talk like that.
That's why he's arranged a.
I'll put you in the cheese corner.
Where
Actually, I would like to go there.
Where they cannot put baby.
That sounds like a cool place.
Let's see if we can get into some news with Corin.
Oh no! Okay. Egyptian man finds fortune hunting scorpions for venom. Several years ago, a young Egyptian man abandoned his degree in archaeology to hunt scorpions in the country's deserts and shores, extracting their venom for medical use.
Little tiny bow and arrow.
Stalking through the underbrush.
He built like a scorpion stand, but it's only about 12 inches off the ground. He just crouches on it, I guess.
Or one of those little tiny, like a tiny box with a piece of wood holding it
trap.
up where you pull out. Yeah.
Scorpion call. It just like makes a chittering.
Just the sound of their legs in the sand. So yeah, what does it say about his techniques?
It doesn't. It does say that a gram of scorpion venom can fetch $10,000.
Ooh.
And
that's this. Yeah.
How many scorpions do you got to
Milk.
For a
to get
kilo.
You're gonna say milk,
to get a
Jared.
gram?
you were about to say milk. It would
I
be
was.
right because you cause. Okay, wait.
Cause?
And why are you saying he causes it?
The
Is this something
scorpions are
sexual?
exposed. Wait. They're exposed to a tiny electrical current to stimulate and release the venom. So it's like a
Sounds
time.
hot.
Yeah, it sounds, man. As soon as you start talking about electrocuting an animal to get some juice out of it, like it sounds a little fucked up. But scorpions super suck, but they're really awesome. Scorpions are very cool to look at. But like,
I
if
hate
one
'em.
shows up in a
Healthy
house, I
fear.
hate them.
Healthy fear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do not like.
they're one of like the rare creatures that I just have no sympathy or
So, like,
empathy for.
Do they eat things that are bad? Are they like spiders, and that they
Probably.
are
What's the
necessary
scorpion
evil?
of the sea? Scorpion of the sea.
like
sea
a
scorpion?
lobster, but with a spear attached to it.
Yeah.
A harpoon.
But the claws got
Terrifying.
some good meat.
I bet, like
It's the same thing.
the scorpion of the sea might be like a jellyfish because you can get a nasty sting from one. But I'm
Yeah,
trying to
they
think
look
of something
different.
crusty.
But sea scorpions are like a real
Yeah.
thing, though.
Oh yeah, maybe a sea
Oh, don't tell
scorpion
me
would be
that.
a scorpion of the sea.
Sea scorpions.
It's like
Oh, look at that screen.
like
Light 'em up.
what's the shark
Oh,
of the ocean?
I guess it used to be. It's like ancient. Never mind.
Oh, like it only ran for a few
Sounds
seasons.
big.
Yeah, and the Darwinian age, Darwinian stage of the Ordovician period.
Oh,
What's that, like
Precambrian.
20 years ago?
Yeah,
Back in the
Right.
jazz age?
Ah,
back
the
when swing
50s.
was back in that 5 minutes when like
The
swing
50s.
was big, in like the 90s.
Oh, I like your breathing punctuated that in a funny way. You know when swing was big.
Am I right? Everybody, swing
In the
days,
90s.
90s.
Sorry.
Zoot suits.
So, how much has he collected in his career? Does it say? Does it have a stat board?
He has 80,000 scorpions in various farms across Egypt, as well as a range of snakes, also kept for their venom.
A range.
Yeah, it doesn't say how much is extracted from each scorpion, but
Scorpion bot.
Does it say how many it takes to get a gram? Because then we
good.
could do the math.
no, but
Yeah, I'll
one
sell a few
gram,
grams.
it makes 20,000 to 500 or 50,000 doses of antivenom.
Over its lifetime?
Of 1 gram of venom.
Oh. Wow, this sounds lucrative.
Yeah, we should hunt scorpions.
Yeah,
and
I should
electrocute
gather a
them.
bunch of
Milk.
Gotta get into
80,000.
scorpion milk.
Electrocute and milk 80,000 scorpions.
Like
Achievement
I mean-
unlocked.
Anyway, guys, this is our new business plan.
I thought we were going to do protein powder. Scorpion
With scorpion venom.
flavored. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scorpion milk.
flavored.
Scorpion
No, with-
milk pre-workout.
With
Yeah.
built-
The venom's gonna be for the pre-workout.
That's
it's,
what.
but has
Thank
built-in
you, thank you,
antivenoms.
Jotham. That's what
Did
I
you just say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And then we'll use the whole scorpion to make the protein.
And they'll get scorpions to bite people, so they have to buy the protein powder to get the antidote.
I do like that we're going to use the whole creature.
Yes.
That's an indigenous
waste.
mindset.
You honor the animal.
By crushing it
Into a powder.
Fine
into
powder.
a fine powder.
That's no
It's
way.
using every bit of it, every atom.
That's no way to
Thank you.
treat the noble scorpion.
I hate
Scorpion
those things.
dust, poof.
Aaron had one. He
And
had
you know
a big
Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
My little brother housed a
Aaron?
scorpion for some time. Yeah.
That sounds
And
classic, Aaron.
Yeah, in one of his menageries.
Before or after the fish phase?
The fish
Before.
phase isn't that ongoing?
Current. Yeah.
He's an
Fish life.
aquascaper. Yeah.
Fish phase has become fish life.
No, what's it called when you like?
This is as good as I would call it. Aquascaping.
Wasn't it something like that?
It's fine.
You're not very excited about this.
I'm
Hobby
not.
of his.
Yeah, you make it. You got like real depressed when I mentioned aquascaping.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this more?
It's just, I mean, whatever makes him happy, this is good. It's a creative endeavor, but it seems like it's always this close to like ruining wherever you live. Right? Like it could very easily go bad and destroy a rental property.
Damn, that's like living on the edge, man, you know?
You got to feel somehow.
Wild card. Well, Mandy is talking about expanding our hermit crab terrarium and maybe getting like going from 10 gallons to like 30 gallons or something like that. And we've got a couple of rats here, and there's always some hubbub about like maybe we'll get a third rat because like these rats can only last so long. Maybe we need to start staggering their partnerships. So like when one goes, we've still got a pair of them, so one won't be lonely. And so I mean, brother, I'm on board with this aquascape, and it's like I'm living that same life.
I don't know, man. One rat gets out.
On land.
It doesn't cause, liquid damage. Liquid damage is the worst damage. There's no escaping it.
Jotham, what's in your news today?
I just want to talk about the Mario Lopez KFC movie.
I don't.
Did anyone watch the trailer?
No, I just saw the poster for it.
The 1-minute trailer for the 15-minute movie? Nobody else did that?
We did not.
I watched it twice.
I spent a morning with Mario Lopez on Thanksgiving Day while the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade played. By the way, we never talked about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That was super weird. I've watched parades before. Like, there seems to be a standard kind of Jotham, look at that hat head.
He's scratching his head.
No, I was saying that was some.
It wasn't an umpire thing.
Dude,
he wasn't indicating.
Wrap it up.
I went somewhere. I went to see friend of the show, Frank Kalin today, about some business. And when I got there, I was wearing my blue baseball cap, and he told me I look like an umpire. I was wearing this fleece, but with a cap, and he was like, "You look like an umpire, dude." In that particular way he has.
Did you love it?
I did love it. I told him, you know what? I got a lot of umpire in me. I can't think of the name.
That's a job you could go for.
Yeah.
Do you think I
Have
should
you thought about applying for umpire?
pursue
Yeah.
that?
Have you thought about that?
Well, I could go to the referee. We've all been talking about How To with John Wilson, the show on HBO.
Go to the
I could go to that
referee
referee store, pick up a whistle, just maybe pick up some freelance gigs. I'll just hang around.
Just show
I'll
up.
Just hang around parks
Doing
where
this.
kids are playing
Just in your
sports.
hat.
And
Like,
I'll
hey.
and if a referee or an umpire calls in sick, I'll be like, "Doot, doot.
Sub me in.
Did someone say my name?" And I'll just like, maybe I'll have a
My
spotlight
name's
hidden
Alistair,
in the
by the
tree.
way.
By the way,
Yeah.
no one said my name, which is Alistair. I said 10,000 words. I apologize.
It's
So
fine.
what were we talking about? You want to? Thanksgiving Day
Well,
parade was.
It's just, the parade.
It was super crazy because there was no one there and the sound mix was all weird, and they would show a marching band playing like full on, full out, and like there was just like weird, like kind of like holiday music playing on the audio feed. Everything was very surreal and messed up, and there were CGI characters along with the real people in the parade. It was really unnerving.
but no crowd.
There's no crowd, just all the people working there.
Wow.
That's
So you
so
could
weird.
kind of hear like footsteps moving around sometimes, but no other sounds.
That's how it is, like watching UFC fights or boxing matches. You can hear every hit and like grunt and everything because there's no crowd there like roaring
To
behind them.
absorb it.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of thing. Sorry. So Jotham, you were talking. So Mario Lopez
no.
hosted that, and
Mario Lopez. Yeah, he's they're after he's got a secret recipe that's gonna change things. They
As the
talk about
colonel.
it a few times. Yeah.
Is this
as the
based on true
colonel.
events?
He's the chef. Of course this is based on true events. He's the chef, and there's a woman who's engaged to this other guy, and she's like, I kind of want to bang the chef. And so it seems like that happens, and then the mom like wants to bang the
mom?
potential brother-in-law. There's a mom. Yeah, there's a mom involved, and she's like trying to get sexy with the other guy, her daughter's current like fiance. And there's knives. There's, oh, you should kill him already, like off scene. But like she's like yelling, and so there's a lot that happens. It seems like
In 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I
so
would like a full recap once you watch the whole movie.
When's it out?
Yeah, it comes out on the 13th, so I'll buy a lifetime access for that.
Oh, and you know what? Pretty soon after that, someone here is going to be a birthday boy.
That's right, you are.
That's right, you are, pal.
Oh,
We
guys.
are.
What?
Oh, these guys.
This is great.
Look at us.
Jotham, what are you going to be, 36?
Yes.
I'll be 42 years old next week. So
Wow.
we're
I
going to
think
have
36
a
is
big party.
maybe less depressing than 35. No, it's still just as depressing.
Yeah, everything from here on out is just
Yeah, it
more
only gets
depressing each
just
year.
gets worse.
Yeah, my knees will probably go bad on my birthday. You know, two bum knees.
Just like blowing out, you hear.
Yeah. What else you got in 2020?
Jared, what's in the news with you?
Woman sells husband's PlayStation 5 after she discovers it is not an air purifier. A Taiwanese man who attempted to convince his wife that his PlayStation 5 was an air purifier was reportedly forced to sell the device after she discovered the ruse.
Did he blow vape through it?
I hope so.
Did he even
It
try?
probably would have helped his case, but I don't think that he did.
Before you sell it, let me just blow vape through it one more time. Turn on Riders on the Storm.
The wife wrote that the man who bought it wrote that said that the price was extremely affordable, especially considering the console had been sold out in stores. The man's wife was eager to sell it to him, and said that the husband seemed bitter when he had to hand it over to him.
I wonder how I'd feel in that situation if I was getting a sweet deal on a PS5 or similar piece of like equipment that I wanted to buy. And
I think
like I'm buying it from two people and one person's all like arms crossed, very angry.
I would say it's a friend opportunity.
Ah, Deerhoof style.
Ooh.
That's a Deerhoof album, isn't it? Friend opportunity.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Deerhoof. Miss Hoof if you're nasty.
And also, in other PlayStation 5 news, gangs are like hijacking trucks on the highway, like Fast and Furious style, pulling up and like stealing cargo off of
A
like
moving
PlayStation
truck?
5s off of moving trucks.
Moving
Like,
truck.
Wow.
Yeah, moving on. There's like
Jesus.
footage.
Grand Theft
There's
Auto.
infrared like helicopter footage of like showing the vehicle coming up on a truck, them opening the back and hopping in and pulling boxes off.
That's like the beginning of the
Cool.
Dark Knight or something.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dude, a moving
PS5 is a hot
heist.
commodity.
A moving heist is I mean, that's the tops. Like as far it's like oh my, like when I saw them steal that diamond, I swooned. But
I love
that's
a good
gave me
heist
chills.
flick.
but that's like if you get a heist team together, like that, you know, doing like Ocean's 11 style. That's good. But then a moving heist, it doesn't get better than that, right?
Yeah.
No.
If you're on a heist team, what member
Listen,
of a heist
I
team
can't
do you think you'd each be?
Oh boy, here we go.
Corn's the face. Is Corn the face or is Jotham? It's
No,
not
Jotham's
Jared. It's
demolition.
not us.
Corn's the face.
Jared, I just promise you that it will not be you or me.
It's Corn.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
saying
the head.
Jotham's demolition.
Yes.
Explosives, dude.
I
Fuck
feel
it
like
up.
Jared's more of the demolition type.
Jared's the tech guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
obviously.
Could
He
we
does
all be a little
machines.
demolition-y?
He's
I
the
have to-
Donatello.
I have to go.
Yeah.
I'm in. You know, be typing. See how well I just did that?
You're like Emilio Estevez in the first 5 minutes of the first Mission Impossible movie before he was killed by an elevator.
And
Way to
Alistair,
go.
I guess I'd
obviously.
be Michelangelo. I'm a party dude. What are we talking about?
So wait, the Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, famous heisters. Heistmen.
Well,
Are
Corin
you
said
the-
that you do machines.
Are you the Danny Ocean?
I don't think I'm
Or
the
the
Danny
Danny
Ocean.
Ocean.
Are you the guy that pulls it all together
I feel like I'd end up
and
being
tries
like
to get Julia Roberts back?
like the Scott Conn. I'm just like kind of just like a middling, not a particular, or like the Elliot Gould. I'm just kind of there, but I don't do anything. I'm just like the money. That's what I do here. I'm basically the money.
Money, yeah.
I thought now we have to get some more money.
Oh, great.
Need that scorpion juice.
Oh yeah, I could be the scorpion milker. Was there a scorpion milker on the Ocean's 11 team?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna need the liquid funds, you know.
I think that was Don Cheadle.
Yeah, that was his code name. But he had like some Cockney rhyming slang for it. It's like the
not gonna
goons and
try.
kilker. That means scorpion milker. Common phrases, people. All right, so where were we with the news? Heist team. Moving a PS5 heist. Anything else, Jared?
No.
Corin, did you have another news to present?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You had a secondary you were mentioning.
I
figured you
do.
may
I
as well
do.
burn it.
Former head of Israeli space program. The aliens asked not to be revealed. Humanity not ready yet.
There were colons
Professor
and stuff in
Haim
there.
Eshed served from 1981 to 2010 as the head of Israel's security space program, and over the years received the Israel Security Award 3 times, twice for confidential technology innovations. So if he, he's in the know in Israel. He wrote, aliens have asked us not to announce that they are here. Humanity is not ready yet. The UFOs, which is weird because he calls them the UFOs and not aliens. He says the UFOs have asked not to publish that they are here. Humanity is not ready.
Does he know what the U stands for?
And does he know that just by telling us this, he's already breaking their wishes?
Yeah.
Right.
Number one enemy of the aliens now. Hi, I'm a shed.
You put a target on your back.
Hi, I'm a shed. Do you think that could be a clue?
Oh no! Look outside.
Hi,
The
I'm a
aliens are
shed.
there.
It's like Baba Yaga's hut. What's the hut that has arms
Chicken
and
foot
dances
hut.
around? Chicken foot hut. Thank you.
Yeah.
Drop.
He also says that Trump was on the verge of revealing this, but the aliens in the Galactic Federation are saying, wait, let people calm down first. They don't want to start mass hysteria.
Okay,
They
so
wanna-
now not only are aliens among us, but there's a Galactic Federation that they report to.
Correct.
Wow.
That sounds like a lot to drop on everybody all at once.
Galactic.
Yeah. There's also an agreement between the U.S. government and the aliens. They signed a contract with us to do experiments here. They too are researching and trying to understand the whole fabric of the universe.
So they
Like
don't even
Mars
have.
attacks.
They
What are
don't
we
even
doing
have-
to them if breach a contract? Like, what could we possibly... like, excuse me.
But it sounds like
how
they
you gonna-
don't have anything else to add. They're just like, they're just as dumb as us and trying to find out the same dumb stuff we are.
But we're not ready to know about it.
Sounds like we're as ready as they are.
If we're making
no
contracts.
offense,
Aliens
the
sounds like
aliens.
pretentious jerks.
yeah.
Hush,
They'll wear
hush. Let us do
scarves.
experiments here.
You know, like a pretentious person wearing a scarf.
Oh, man. I love a scarf. That's the news.
That's okay. Well, I believe you. Guys, the playlist that is on Spotify is our year-end best of 2020 playlist, and it's going to be there throughout December. So we have no new Spotify picks this week. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jared did mention that he put together a playlist because he just didn't know any better. And he was talking about them being super bangers. Just what were the songs that you were excited about? That
I
you
already
wanted?
erased it. Don't worry about it.
Well, I know you said that Machine Drum song, the Aesop Ferg remix. You really enjoyed it.
Okay, I didn't delete it. I was just mad.
You're mad?
I'm just mad that I didn't
He's
get to
mad
share
at
it.
us. Yeah.
No, yeah, the new Machine Drum remix featuring A$AP for the song called Star, and then a bunch of old songs that I think I've put on the playlist also before.
Okay. Well, you made it sound a lot more exciting when I first told
Some
you weren't allowed
cameos,
to
some
use
Jackson
it.
5. I put Sneaker Pimps on there because we talked about it just a few minutes
You just
ago.
added it. Come on.
Yes.
You put 6
I
Underground?
made a change, yes.
What did you bump out?
What?
What I bump out?
Nothing. He just didn't have a full playlist yet.
You only had 5?
Yeah.
I still only have 5. I was looking for one more.
You know what?
What?
And
You
then
only
when-
had 4 then.
And then when you think back to when he got all mad that he's not allowed to put new picks on the playlist, the fact that he came with only 4 of 6
Wow.
selected beforehand,
I would have had.
the unmitigated gall.
It would have been done.
You could put Dirty Work on there for the 6th one.
Oh, good call. There we go.
I'm a fool to do.
Dude, it turns out after listening to that song, I didn't know how the rest of it sounded. I only knew the chorus.
That's the only part I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it was weird hearing the full song. There's horns? Okay.
Do it for us now. Sing the whole thing.
I don't remember it.
Okay. Well, do you? Sorry.
Those are horns.
Do you guys have anything else? Any business you wanted to bring to the air before we close it up? Close up the air.
You know it. We should everyone should rate, review, subscribe, and share this podcast with their friends.
I would love it if they thought about that on a multi-platform paradigm, wherein they go to YouTube and subscribe. They subscribe through
that's right.
Apple Podcasts, maybe on Spotify if that's their preferred podcatcher. And I don't think I've actually rated or reviewed. I've rated, but I don't think I've reviewed. I'm going to review our podcast on Apple Podcasts. You can look out for that, listener at home.
Hope we do well.
Yeah,
I would really
criticisms.
love to see everyone keep on trucking.
Jared, is there anything like when you look out to the populace at large that you wish they'd do?
Wish that they do?
Yeah. Like either keep on trucking or like, subscribe, rate, and review.
Oh, stay saucy.
Absolutely. Well, I hope
But
everybody.
but don't get lost in that sauce.
Correct.
Oh my gosh. I think now Jotham has 1.5 catchphrases, but like one of them is a tag to Jared's.
But don't get lost in that sauce. Wink.
He wishes for us to get lost in the sauce. Well, that's going to do it for us. For Corin, Shanti Francis, LaPointe Atchison, and Jotham Reginald Fady, and James Jared McLeod.
How dare you?
I'm Alistair Fraser, St. Hill. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, week, month, hour, and minute ahead. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.